Welcome, Roman Weidenfeller. Roman, thanks for taking the time to come here. For me, Christmas time is
the greatest time.
The Dortmund Christmas market is a place
I like to go.
During Christmas season, I'm mostly looking forward to
mulled wine.
This Christmas, I wish for
I didn't think about that yet.
nothing.
Well, the next victory would be a great Christmas present.
Okay, and what does Santa Claus have for your son Leo?
A toy. I don't want to talk too much about it, but I already have an idea.
Ja, lieber Roman, ich hätte auch noch eine Frage an dich, zumal wir ja...
Hi Roman, I have a question for you. There will be a training camp in Spain soon. As the longest-serving player, you enjoy the privilege of having a single room. During the last years, I've often been in charge of the drawing. I'd like to know, who was your favorite roommate? Who did you get along with well, if you think about all the training camps of the past years?
Wenn du dich über deine langjährigen Trainingslager da orientiert hast.
I once had a sensational roommate. It was Tinga. He didn't speak one word in German or English.
Aber auch nicht Englisch?
Not even English? What did you do?
So we didn't really talk. We only used sign language. But it worked perfectly, and he was a great roommate. It was very funny.
Tinga was a great guy and player, right?
Yes, he was amazing. You could always count on him. That's why it came to my mind.
Fällt mir das jetzt gerade so spontan ein.
When he left, he still didn't. No, he didn't really speak German.
I think it's become better, but he and Dede are in the stadium quite a lot, and sometimes Everton is there too. I haven't seen Ever Nilsson in a while, but it's been an amazing and funny time with great guys.
During your 15 and a half years here, you've seen everything from great success to failure. As an experienced player, do you have special tasks in a difficult situation like this? Or how can you help the team?
Probier's eigentlich wie immer auch irgendwo die Hand zu reichen, letzten Endes auch.
I'm always trying to help and to use my experience, but every player has to decide for himself whether he can benefit from that. I think we definitely need to improve working as a team.
Dass wir auch als Team besser agieren müssen, das steht außer Frage.
We need to work on combative skills. We need to improve the conversation on the field, because sometimes some players are just inattentive and the whole team has a problem solving the situation then.
Dann wird's dann schwierig für das ganze gesamte Team, das dann auch noch umzusetzen.
That's the main focus, and it's important to speak one's mind openly and honestly.
Zwischendurch offen, ehrliche Meinung sagen.
Now we take a nice picture.
Foto. Warte.
See you soon, and thanks for coming here, Roman.
Thanks,
Bye.
Nobby. Bye. We're going to play passages of commentary from BVB Net Radio from the German Cup from last year, and you have to say against which team the commentary comes from, and even better, what the score was.
Ein Tor! Dembélé! Pulisic! Tor! Tor! Reus! Tor! Tor!
This is an Signal Iduna Park
Tor! Ausgleich!
against
gegen Minute! Marco Reus! Ja! Ja! Ja!
Hertha Berlin in the German Cup.
That's correct.
Yes, of course.
That's my Nouri. He's great.
That was good, don't you think, Roman?
Really good. I wouldn't have got that.
That's Nouri.
I just live this club.
It could also be a woman's name.
It can only be Lotte, I think.
I don't know. I didn't play against Lotte.
That was good. You get half a point. But it's not right.
That was the cup game against Hertha Berlin.
Perfect. Christian, super. You're really good.
Really good.
Did I hear you say Hertha? Correct.
in Signal Iduna Park, I think it's Hertha Berlin.
Correct.
I passed the ball and Usman, and then Pulisic
and
Marco. Yeah.
Castro treibt ihn nach vorne. Castro, Götze.
25 Meter, Götze 20. Götze rechts raus, Brunnasen, hau ihn drauf! Und dann wird er abgefälscht von Gonzalo Castro und es heißt 1:0 für Borussia Dortmund in der 44. Spielminute.
Wait, the first game against 1-0.
And if Mario plays,
Yeah.
no, not that.
The first game, was it the first game?
From Union Berlin, no? Ja, Union Berlin.
Wir
gehen Union Berlin gegen Union Berlin, ja.
Es heißt 1:0 für Borussia
Jakob only played once.
Yes, you're right.
Union Berlin, German Cup.
You don't look too happy.
This thing with Ober is going to rob us of victory.
Union Berlin. En Signal Iduna Park.
Correct.
Papá, espabila, que estoy...
And the last question.
Eroberung von Guerrero. Reus.
Lahm loses the ball against Guerrero.
Reus. Findet der Guerrero, bekommt den Ball nochmal zurück. Leider in den Rücken. Dembele schießt. Nicht einmal haken. Dembele schießt. Nicht einmal schießt.
I think we know this one.
Dembele. Ja.
Was?
Bayern.
3-2?
Yes, that's how you prepare for your new employer.
Kommenden Arbeitgeber vor.
What great lads we've got in the car.
Appearances, goals, victories. The pursuit of records is a big part of football. But in the shadows of all the records, you find the quiet heroes. Footballers who have fulfilled their dreams with just a single appearance in BVB colours. Here is our top 5 of one-game wonders in Schwarz-Gelb. We begin with Bernd Kraus. The Dortmund lad celebrated his debut in a home game against Köln, a game that actually took place in Gelsenkirchen. And to make things worse, the game ended in a 2-1 defeat. Kraus came on in the 74th minute and had a chance to equalise with a header. However, it was to remain his only chance in a BVB shirt. Would you mind? My name is Raschke. Ulf Raschke. In May '93, he was only part of the squad in Nuremberg because the team had travelled straight from a UEFA Cup final in Turin. And there Raschke suddenly found himself on the bench. He got on the pitch for 39 minutes and suddenly he seemed to be on his way to a goal in the Bundesliga. If only Kurt Kovacs had not been there. The only thing left was the best forward somersault of the season and a painful memory that would remain forever. One game, one goal. The only person to achieve this feat so far for BVB was Hans-Jürgen Kovac. During the first Bundesliga season in 1963, the debutant scored after only 4 minutes in Karlsruhe. Unfortunately, further Bundesliga goals, or even appearances, not to come for the striker. While his brother Hoppy went on to become a BVB legend, Hans-Jürgen only managed a few games and goals in the regional league side. Ottmar, bring on Tony! Cried the Westfalenstadion at the top of their voices on the last day of the 95-96 season. In the 88th minute, Hitzfeld finally granted the wish of the BVB fans. And so goalkeeping coach Tony Schumacher became the oldest BVB player of all time at the age of 42 years, 2 months and 12 days. Included in his day's work, the German Championship and a fine save. And this man also holds a BVB record, Florian Torwart. In 2002, Matthias Sammer brought in the 19-year-old during injury time against 1860 Munich. While the cameras continue to Rosicky, the final whistle is blown. Torwart's record, 9 seconds appearance time, 3 points and a few drops of rain on his shirt. Until this day, it remains the shortest Bundesliga career in the history of Borussia Dortmund.
Match day 14 in the Bundesliga and Borussia Dortmund make the trip to Bayer Leverkusen. So it is 5th place Dortmund up against 6th place Leverkusen Peter Bosz will be hoping for a more positive result than last week's Revier derby, which ended 4-4. Looking to bounce back here, and it's been a good strong start from Borussia Dortmund. Though Maximilian Philipp has gone down here, the man in the starting 11 for the suspended Aubameyang, and that looks a really nasty injury. He's gone off on a stretch, and Schürrle is the man to make the early replacement here. After only 7 minutes, and Leverkusen trying to get on top at home here, and that's a sharp save from Bürki. Lender, the man getting on the end of that ball in, and Bürki not letting it past him. Next opportunity from a set piece, Bailey with his left foot again. And now out on the volley there from distance, another good save from Bürki. This is Brandt hitting it into the ground. That's a difficult one for Bürki, but he's done well, and it remains 0-0. Now here come the black and yellows. Pulisic into the corner. And the first time ball across. This is Castro pulling the ball back for Yarmolenko, and Leno doing well there under pressure to keep it at 0-0. Now Henriks with the deep ball across, just nudged back across here to Arangis, cleared by Subotic. Out to the left-hand side as Leverkusen playing well here with 20 minutes gone. The cross comes in, and it's off the bar from Havertz. Well, a big let-off there for Dortmund as it comes back off the angle. As we're coming up towards half an hour played now. This is Schmelzer coming forward for the first time. Deep cross in. Headed away here by Tar. Leverkusen will look to counter here. And they have managed to. There's no offside flag here as Volland goes through, and he's rounded the keeper, and he gets a tap in. 1-0 Leverkusen with about 30 minutes on the clock. Let's have another look at it here. Well, as the ball comes in, he's in his own half. There's no offside, can't be. He does well to round Bürki, and from there the game is up as Volland gets his 9th of the season. So an uphill task here now for Borussia Dortmund. Things might just get worse for them here as the ball is flicked across, and that's a great block there from Bürki. Still the opportunity alive, and another great block, this time from Schmelzer. 6 minutes or so to go here, and there's a flag up on that far side. Castro has gone down. Oh, and that's a horrible challenge from Wendell, the Brazilian player. Well, initially, there was a yellow card for the defender, but the video assistant referee has decided it should be a straight red. Castro, unfortunately, off injured, and Leverkusen down to 10 men. 42 minutes gone, as the ball is blasted across at the near post by Guerrero. And Subotic just couldn't quite get it past Leno. So Kagawa on for the injured Castro. That's 2 enforced changes in this first half for Borussia Dortmund. It's now into the second half, and all guns blazing as Yarmolenko is appealing for a penalty here. And it's an appeal which goes in vain. Looks a penalty to me as Retsos put his hand across, but nothing given. And 10 minutes into the second half, Schürrle across, this is danger, fires the ball in, and it ends up wide of the goal. Head in hands from Andre Schürrle, almost the equaliser as it comes off the post. As it's been all pressure here in this second half from Dortmund up against the 10 men. As suddenly the break is on for Leverkusen, the home side. This is Volland, and he's blocked this time by Bürki. A repeat of the first half, remember, when Volland scored. This time, it remains 1-0. Bürki doing a great job. And now only a minute later, it's Dortmund on the attack. This is Schürrle, pulls it back for Yarmolenko, and that's a brilliant equaliser. Well, the Ukrainian with a great first touch. to allow himself the opportunity to get the strike in. And he has tucked it home right into the corner. As we look at it again, I think the keeper just couldn't quite keep it out. And that's 1-1. Now 2 minutes to go. And the free kick fired in by Bailey. And well kept out again by Bürki. He's earned his corn today, the Swiss keeper. Now into time added on in a second half where Dortmund have been well on top. Maybe the last chance for the attack here. As the ball is just clipped in. Now the header across from Pulisic. This is Kagawa, and desperate from Guerrero, and it's blocked somehow by Leverkusen. Almost snatching a winner there, the black and yellows. But it's not to be, as the game is to end in a 1-1 draw. A hard-fought draw then for Borussia Dortmund and Peter Bosz at the Bayer Arena. And that is an ideal preparation for the Real Madrid game on Tuesday night.